Welcome to the 6th edition of SHS Month. I'm Cole and I'm here with Jerby. And first up we have the Oscar Awards with Lucas and Emma.
Hello all and welcome back to Chit Chat with Emma and Lucas for our recap on the 2023 Oscar Awards. The biggest night in Hollywood saw some of the brightest stars all come together to celebrate once again the achievements in film and cinema.
The night was filled with dazzling fashion and exciting moments as the nominees and presenters made their way down the red carpet.
Inside the ceremony, the atmosphere was electric as the winners were announced and accepted their well-deserved awards. From Best Picture to Best Actor and Actress, the competition was fierce, and the nominees gave it their all.
And the excitement didn't stop there. The after parties were in full swing, with the winners celebrating their victories and everyone else enjoying the festivities.
So sit back, relax, and join us as we take a look at the unforgettable moments of the 2023 Oscar Awards. First up, we have Rihanna. According to online sources, Rihanna wore a leather bra and maxi skirt combo by designer label Alia, layered over a mesh turtleneck. She completed the eye-catching look with pops of bright red on her lips and nails. Emma, what do we think of this?
I love this look really a lot. Like this year, her vibe has kind of been like black, and like I love how her nails are red, so it kind of matched like the Super Bowl outfit that she wore. But I love it. It's just classic Rihanna, and I also think the dress like complements that she's pregnant. Usually dresses can either make you look fat or pregnant, and I think it's very clear here that she's bad gal Riri. I'm sorry. She killed it.
She knows how to have incredible fashion taste. I mean,
I know.
From the slits on the side and it's just such a fun leather combo. And the red, I agree, it accentuates the look so much. I didn't even notice the red on the nails until I read it. And the earrings are great. The hair, she always knows how to pull off a great look. And she did it again, and while pregnant, and she still looks absolutely fabulous.
Yes, I think so too. The next gown we have is worn by Cara Delevingne, and she's stunned in a vibrant red gown by Elie Saab. The one-shoulder garment featured a daring thigh-high slit, and a large statement bow accentuated the gown's ruched bodice. So what do you think about this gown?
I love it. I think she looks absolutely fabulous. The red, I guess, is in tonight, which it looks amazing. I immediately am first drawn to her necklace. It looks like there's a snake. It's a snake, and it looks so cool. I think it sends a message, I'm fierce. I'm not afraid to take a bite, don't come at me. And I think the red was a perfect choice, especially because this year, instead of the usual traditional red carpet, the Oscars actually had a champagne-colored carpet, which I think is pretty cool and a nice break of tradition. And I think it was perfect for those who wore red because it stood out so well. And I think she looks amazing in this dress, especially with the eye makeup as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like this dress as well. I think it was very flattering. I think that's like in right now, like the tight top for dresses at least, like we saw with Sydney Sweeney with her dress for the Emmys, I believe, and I think it's really flattering. The one comment I do have though is I wish the bow, I didn't really like the bow. I think the gown would have looked better without it, but overall I think she looked really good, and I like her hair slicked back to give attention to the gown, so I think it looked good.
Yeah, I agree. And the last piece of fashion that we'll be looking at today, even though there were so many amazing looks on that carpet, is by Halle Bailey, seen here. According to online sources, she is in a Dolce & Gabbana turquoise ball gown, befitting her role as the Little Mermaid, who has a green shiny tail. She says, and I quote, "I was excited to wear this poofy dress to go into the fairy tale world and give princess for one day." And she said that she is loving it. So what do we think about this look, Emma?
I really loved this look. I think blue was such a flattering color for her, and it went along with the theme of her being the new Ariel in the live action The Little Mermaid. So I think everything about it is just an elegant gown. I think this is my favorite gown of the three. The corset top and then the flowy bottom is just so pretty, and I just think she looked stunning. So
I agree. It literally is one of my favorites of the night. It's so it just complements her so beautifully. It's from the little bit of like mesh see-through moment, even though it's still very like respectful. Like it's not showing anything, but it still is, you know, like giving a little ooh, like look at me.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
I love it. The necklace is a nice addition to it. Her hair, her makeup, everything. In reality, it's a very simple, like it's just, you know, a single color dress, but that's all she needed.
Yeah.
It fits her perfectly, the texture, the way it flows. I mean, she is giving princess. That's exactly what I think she was going for, and it's exactly what she did.
Yes.
She looks amazing. It's one of my favorites, and I cannot wait to see what she does in the new Little Mermaid movie.
I know, we'll have to watch it.
Yeah, maybe give a review on it.
Yes.
Next up are the awards. We're only going to be covering 4 of the main awards from the Oscars because there were just so many, and we feel like these were the most important. So, Best Male Actor went to Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Best Female Actor went to Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best Supporting Actor went to Ke Huy Quan in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Best Supporting Actress went to Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once. What do we think, Emma?
So, Lucas, I am going to be completely honest with you. I've never watched any of the movies they won for their category, but I do know Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, Halloween, iconic movie.
She's been deserving an Oscar for a long, long time now.
Yes.
She had it coming. So.
Yes, for sure. So, and I've seen snippets of The Whale on TikTok actually, but I've heard really good things about Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, I'm not a huge movie gal. Usually I watch Netflix TV shows rather than movies, but I'll have to watch these because great things have been said about them. So
yeah, I'm gonna be honest too. It's kind of controversial, but I have yet to see Everything Everywhere All at Once or The Whale, which is I'm very ashamed about it because Everything Everywhere All at Once has been on my bucket list since last January when it came out.
yeah.
I've been meaning to watch it for the longest time. I think it's on HBO Max. So you know what? Maybe after today, I'm going to go home and gather my family. That's the other reason why we haven't watched it yet is because we want to watch it as a family.
Okay.
And it's so hard finding time for all of us to sit down and watch movies because
Yes.
we all have different schedules. But this is on my list. I have to see this movie, especially now after the Oscars. It's been so critically acclaimed by so many different awards. And I actually read online somewhere that it is the most awarded film in history, not just from the Oscars, but from like the entire awards season. It's just doing really well, and I mean, I already wanted to see it so badly just from like the trailers and all the nice things that were said about people who went and saw it. But now that it like sweeped the Oscars, like they did amazing. They won the most awards at the Oscars, so that only makes me want to watch it even more. And I know that Michelle Yeoh, she has been deserving of an Oscar as well for a long time, which I think is really cool. And I think she might be the first, I could be wrong on this, but she is either the first or one of the first like Asian women to win Best Actress, which I think is amazing for the Oscars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I'm really excited. I was really excited to see Ke Huy Quan winning as well because he was in Indiana Jones when he was like really young, so it's cool to see him all of a sudden back in the film industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all of these actors and actresses really very well deserved their award, and I can't wait to actually watch the movies and to have an even bigger say on it. So.
Yes, it was a special night for sure. Finally, is there any last thoughts or opinions on this year's Oscars?
I mean, overall, I think it was a great award season for the Oscars. I think they did really well. I think a lot of people thought it was a little boring this year, but that's really only because last year's Oscars involved a certain actor slapping a certain other actor on stage, so it was like, it's kind of hard to not top that because no one wants to get slapped at the Oscars, but you know, that made like national news, it was everywhere, and it really buzzed them up. So I think people were just, you know, there was no real drama or crazy things happening at this Oscars, which I think is fine. It was good to have a nice, calm show. The awards were well distributed, I thought. Everyone who won deserved it very well.
I agree.
I think the host was Jimmy Kimmel, I think, and he did all right. He lands the jokes well, and
yes.
I like when they have the female hosts because they just tend to, like last year's hosts were really funny. But it was overall, it was a really good show. And even though people might say it was boring, I think that's literally just because there was no big drama or scandals, which is nice to have every now and then.
Yeah, I think the most important thing was that the Everything Everywhere All at Once broke like records. So I think that was that was well deserved, and I think that was a huge acknowledgement that happened that night. So I think if anything, it was like you said, a positive awards show rather than crazy drama happenings. But it was a nice, fun, exciting night that set the stage for future award shows.
Well, that's our scoop for the 2023 Oscar Awards. Thank you so much for joining us.
And stay tuned for the next episode of SHS This Month.
Next off, we have the Sports Podcast with Chris, Dylan, Yuden, and Luca.
Welcome back to SHS Sports Hub, where we talk about sports. I'm joined with Yuden, Dylan, and Luca. First, what do you guys think the Celtics need to fix before the playoffs?
I think the Celtics, they need Jason Tatum. He needs to be more consistent and lead his team.
Honestly, I agree. I think the team needs to step it up with consistency. They're all over the place. Sometimes they'll have a really good game, and other times they'll have a not-so-good game, and yeah.
So, should Jason Tatum be the MVP?
Me personally, I don't think he should be MVP. I think there's just better candidates in the league right now, such as Embiid, but Tatum's a definitely top 5 contender to be MVP, but I really don't think he deserves, or at least this year, to be MVP.
Just like he said, I think Tatum is a candidate, top 5 for sure, but I don't think he deserves to be MVP because there are guys like Giannis, Embiid who deserve it more, and like who are more valuable and more consistent to their team.
And finally, do you guys think the Bruins should be the favorites to win the Stanley Cup this year, and who do you think will win?
I think the Bruins will win the Stanley Cup. I think they're the best team in hockey right now, and there's really not that many competitors to that. I think there's a couple other teams that could definitely have a chance, but the Bruins are the best in the league, and I really think they'll win the Stanley Cup this year.
I think the Bruins are going to win too because like they're having a historic season, and there are only like few teams that are good, so I think they're going to win this year. Next, we have a baseball interview with Joe, Sean, and Liam.
Hi, I'm Liam Pearl, and today I'm here with Captains Sean Farley and Joe Rush. Today we're going to be doing a quick interview on the Stone High baseball team. Sean, what did the team do in the off-season to prepare for the season?
Every Sunday we went to Dirt Dogs, and we also had after-school lifts.
Joe, what does practice look like on a daily basis?
We get out there, stretch, throw. Most days we'll hit a lot, field a lot, just a lot of reps, go through the motions, mental things too.
Sean, what would you say the team as a whole needs to do better on?
Definitely hitting. We have 1 hit in 2 games, as well as backing up our pitchers. We've been making some silly errors, and we need to cut down on the physical errors and hit the ball.
Joe, you guys have a game today. What do you guys need to do to win?
We play away. They're always a solid team. Kind of piggybacking off what Sean said, we gotta hit the baseball. Pick up our pitcher at the plate and at the field, and we just gotta play our game, work hard, make them come to us.
Sean, who would you say the key players on the team are?
Definitely our 4 seniors, as well as Cole, Dom, Hunter, and little Andrew Beater.
Joe, I know every game's important, but what game are you looking forward to the most?
I'd probably say both the Brockton games. When we play at Brockton, we get to play at Campanelli Stadium, the Brockton Rock Stadium next to Brockton High. It's always cool to play there. And then, especially for me and Sean, the second game, our second Brockton game will be senior night, so that's always important to us.
Thank you for joining us today. Good luck in your season, boys.
Next, we have a drunk driving PSA with Ava and Luca.
Hello, my name is Luca, and I'm here with
Ava.
And today we're going to be talking about drunk driving. Drunk driving is a serious problem in the United States. In 2020 alone, there were just under 12,000 people killed in DUI-related accidents. Around 30% of accidents involve people who are under the influence. The rate of drunk drivers has slowly decreased, but is not decreasing fast enough.
If you are planning on drinking, find a designated sober driver to drive you home from the location you're at, or you get an Uber. Drinking and driving is never okay, and it should never be done because there are others on the road that could seriously be injured or killed. Thank you for watching, and remember to never drive while intoxicated.
Next off, we have an NBA playoff bracket with Tag, Liam, and Timmy.
Hello, I'm Liam Pearl here with Tag and Timmy, and today we are doing the NBA playoff prediction show. We will go through every series. We'll start with the play-in tournaments, and then we'll just go through the 1 through 8s. To start us off in the West, for the play-in tournament between the 7 and the 8 seed, we have the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Tag, what do you like here?
I originally was going to say the Timberwolves, then I remembered Rudy Gobert is out because he was like fighting with his teammates. So I'm going to go the Lakers, where they got D'Angelo Russell now, and obviously they got LeBron. So yeah, I think they're going to win this game, not necessarily go far past that, but I think they're going to win this game.
I would have to agree. I think the Lakers have good experience. I would go with the Lakers.
Lakers? All right. The Lakers will move on to the 7 seed. They will play Memphis. For the 9 and 10 seed, we have the Pelicans versus the Thunder.
I'm going to have to go with the Thunder here. I think they're a young team, and although they're lacking experience, I think they're going to have a lot of energy. And I know Pelicans only really have McCollum. And yeah, I'm going to go Thunder.
I'm going to Pelicans here. I don't really like the Thunders too much. I think they're too young. I don't think they're playoff ready.
Okay.
I'll go. I like the Thunder, but I think the Pelicans will take this one. So Pelicans will move on to the 9. Pelicans will move on to play the Timberwolves, the loser of the Lakers-Timberwolves game. So the Pelicans versus the Timberwolves for the 8 seed in the West. Tag, what do you like?
I'm going to go Timberwolves, I think. Gobert's only out 1 game, so they might lose to the Lakers, but I think the Timberwolves will win this and get in the 8th spot.
I'll stay with the Pelicans. I like Brandon Ingram. I think he'll bring them over.
All right, for the 8th spot, I'm going to go with the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves will play the Nuggets.
All right.
Switching over to the East for the play-in tournament, the 7 seed Heat versus the 8 seed Hawks.
I'm going to have to go with the Heat. I think with Jimmy Butler leading the pack, I think the Heat, I think they're going to dominate this game, honestly. The Hawks, I feel like they don't really stand a chance. I know they're kind of shopping Trae Young, so we'll see. But I think the Heat.
I really like the Heat, but I'm going to go with Hawks. I love Trae Young. I think there's a lot of drama, but I think Trae Young's going to put his head down and work through it.
I'm going to go with the Heat. I think playoff Jimmy is a different animal, so the Heat will move on to play the Celtics. For the 9 and 10 seed game, we have the Raptors versus the Bulls.
For this game, honestly, I don't know a whole lot about both teams. I'm going to have to go with Zach LaVine and the Bulls just because that's one player that sticks out when I first saw this matchup. So yeah, I'm going to go the Bulls.
Yeah, I have to go to the Bulls. I agree with Tag.
All right.
Playoff Pat Bev. So the 10 seed Bulls will move on to play the loser of the Heat Hawks. So the Bulls will play the Hawks for the 8 seed. Who do you have, Tag?
I'm going to go Bulls again. We'll see what happens. Atlanta's definitely a solid team, but yeah, I'm just going to go Bulls. Let's see what happens.
Trae Young, Hawks.
I'm going to go with the 10 seed Bulls. So the Bulls will move on to play the Bucks.
All right.
Now we'll move on with the 1 and 8 seed games. We will do the Nuggets and the Timberwolves in the East first. Who do you have, Tag, in the series?
I'm going to go Nuggets. They got Jokic, and he might not be the MVP this year, but he's like the second candidate, if not. And I think they're just too well-rounded of a team and too deep of a team to lose to the Timberwolves here.
I feel like Nuggets in the past has always been shaky, but I think they'll take this game. It's Nuggets.
All right, Denver will move on. The 2 seed Grizzlies versus the 7 seed Lakers.
Honestly, I'm not a big Grizzlies fan because, I don't know, I feel like they try to be tough guys and they're not, but I'm going to go Grizzlies. The Lakers, they've kind of been turning it on at the end of the year, but I don't know, the Grizzlies are just a pretty good team, and I feel like they somehow pull out a win against most teams.
I feel like the Grizzlies are a young, naive team. I think the Lakers, with their experience, will bring out the W.
All right. So for the tiebreaker, I will go. I think the Grizzlies are trending down, Lakers are trending up. I'll go with the Lakers, probably in a close series.
Yeah, that's a good pick. It's a good series.
The 4-seed Phoenix Suns versus the 5-seed LA Clippers.
I'm not trying to pick all the favorites, but I'm going to go Suns with KD, Booker, Chris Paul. I know the Clippers, they're still waiting on Paul George to get back, and I think I saw something saying he might miss the opening series, so that's a big deal breaker for that series, so I'm going to go Suns.
I really like the Suns. I hope Chris Paul gets a ring, and I hope they make it far. Suns.
I agree. I also like the Suns. Now the 3-seed Kings versus the 6-seed Warriors.
All right, I'm going favorite again. I'm going to go Kings. I know the Warriors, they got Curry, they got Clay, they got whoever, but I don't know. The Kings are a young team, and they've been playing great this year. I think they got a lot of talent, and definitely a close series, but let's go Kings.
I'm not too big on the Kings. I think the Warriors will bring it on. Whenever Jordan Poole sees overtime Megan in the crowds, he just turns it on. I'm going to go with the Warriors.
I'm going to have to agree with Tim. I'm going to go with the Warriors. I want the Kings to move on. I like them, but I think the Warriors with experience will take this one. Now, staying in the West, we have the 1-seed Denver Nuggets versus the 4-seed Phoenix Suns. Tag, who do you like?
I like the Suns personally. It's the first upset I've chosen, but I think they just have too many superstars. And the Nuggets, they seem to always choke at some point in the playoffs. They always have good seasons. They're always like a 1-2, but then they fall to a team. So I think this is where they stop.
I think the Suns have a lot of star power. I'm really rooting for them. I'll go with the Suns.
Yeah, I like that pick. I would also go Suns here over the Nuggets. Now with the 6-seed Warriors versus the 7-seed Lakers. Tag, who do you like?
I'm going to have the Warriors, and I don't think it's going to be close. I'm thinking maybe like 4-0, 4-1 series. I think they're just, if they win that first series, they might be going back to the chip. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think the Lakers run ends here. I'll take the Warriors.
All right, Warriors moving on. Now in the Western Conference Championship, we have the 4-seed Phoenix Suns versus the 6-seed Golden State Warriors. Who do you like?
I'm going to go Suns again. I think it's been a few years since they've been back, and I know they have KD now, which doesn't really go into their 4-seed. He kind of came on at the end of the season. But, yeah, let's go Suns. I think the Warriors are good, but I think the Suns are going to put it together.
Yeah, I think KD's going to turn it on against his former team, Suns.
Suns moving on to the championship. Now, starting in the Eastern Conference, we have the 1-seed Bucks versus the 8-seed Chicago Bulls. What do you like?
I'm going Bucks, and I don't think it's going to be close.
I'll say Bucks in 5.
Yeah, Bucks. All right. Now the 2-seed Celtics versus the 7-seed Heat.
Heat being a 7-seed is kind of scary, considering we know what Jimmy Butler can do and Bam. But Celtics, I love them, and I'm going to go Celtics.
I think this is going to be a good series, especially last year. We saw that. I'll say Celtics winning.
Yeah, I definitely think this will be a good series. I got the Celtics, but I'm excited for it. Now, this is probably one of the best series in the first rounds of the 4-seed Cavs versus the 5-seed Knicks.
I'm going to go Knicks. I feel like New York needs a little, like the real New York team needs a little action. And the Cavs, they got Mitchell, and they've been good all year, but I feel like the Knicks will bring it out with Brunson.
I think this is going to be a hell of a series. I think the Cavs been solid all year. I'm going to go with Cavs.
Tiebreaker, I'm going to go with the Cavs. I do think that the home court advantage for the Cavs will kind of make a difference here. So I'll get Cavs moving on. Now with the 3-seed 76ers versus the 6-seed Brooklyn Nets.
I'm going to go with the MVP. I'm going with the 76ers and Embiid. Nets, definitely a good team, and they have experience now with Bridges and Cam Johnson. But, yeah, I'm going to go with 76ers.
I think I'm going to go with 76ers. I don't think the Nets have been anything too solid. I mean, they made it into the playoffs, but it just feels like there's always drama, something happening with the team.
I agree with that. I mean, I don't think it's the team that they had in the regular season, but I think the 76ers won't have a problem in this series. Now, the 1 seed Bucks versus the 4 seed Cavs.
You know, I'm going to go Cavs just because not a big Bucks fan, and I feel like if a team can figure out how to stop Giannis, which the Celtics somewhat did towards the end of last year, I think the Cavs can pull it out.
This will be good. I'll go with the Bucks.
I think this will also be a close series, but I think the Bucks will take this one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the 3 seed 76ers versus the 2 seed Celtics.
All right, you know what Embiid said? It's not a rivalry because one team always wins, so going Celtics.
I would say with Celtics, if Jason Tatum stays consistent throughout the playoffs, we'll take him.
Yep, Celtics moving on. Now, for the Eastern Conference Championship, the 1 seed Bucks versus the 2 seed Celtics.
I feel like these two teams always face each other at some point in the playoffs. Last year, Celtics got the best of them. And I feel like with Chris Middleton coming back, it almost messes up the Bucks' pace. So I'm going to go Celtics.
I'll go Celtics. I think we keep Drew Holiday. I think we keep Giannis in check. I'll take the Celtics.
It's definitely going to be a tough road for a 2 seed, the Celtics with the Heat, 76ers, and the Bucks. But if they do make it back to the championship, the 2 seed Celtics will play the 4 seed Phoenix Suns. Who do you have, Tag?
If I was smart, I'd say the Suns because of all the superstars they have, but I feel like if the Celtics get back to the championship, they know what it feels like when you leave that game and the confetti's raining down for the other team. So I'm going to go Celtics. I think they come back and get their ring.
I think the Celtics are hungry for a ring. I think they want it bad. But the Suns have a lot of star power, and I am rooting for the Suns, not as much for the Celtics, but I have to take the Suns in this one.
I mean, if this was the finals, it would be a pretty good series. I think it would go to at least 6 or 7. Obviously, we want the C's to win, but I think KD, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, that might be too much to handle. So in this series, I would go Suns in probably 6 or 7. And yeah, we got the Suns winning it all. Thank you for joining us on the NBA Playoff Prediction Show. Let's see if the Suns win.
Next up, we have a rapper bracket with Kyle, Jerby, Cole, and Liam.
Hello and welcome to the first annual SHS Hip Hop Rapper Bracket. I'm joined with Jerby Collin, Cole Franey, and Liam Pearl. Our first matchup is Trippie Redd versus Lil Yachty. Jerby?
Personally, I don't listen to either rapper, but the songs I do know off Lil Yachty, so I'm gonna go with Lil Yachty.
I'll take Trippie Redd.
I'm gonna take Yachty. Trippie scared me too much.
Our second matchup will be Ice Spice versus Yeet. Jerb?
I'm gonna have to go with Ice Spice. I am a munch myself, so I have to go with her.
I'm going Ice Spice as long as it's a music video.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna take Ice Spice for sure.
All right. Next up, Drake versus Lil Yachty.
I'm gonna go with Drake. You know, Drake's just up there. He's been on the pedestal for years now, so it's gonna be Drake.
I'm going with Drake on this one.
Yeah, Big Six God. I'm gonna go with Drake.
Lil Baby versus Lil Uzi. Jerby?
This is a little hard one, but honestly, I'm gonna go with Lil Baby. I've been listening to it since 2016, so that's my pick.
I'm going Lil Uzi.
I'm gonna go Baby. Baby don't miss, and Uzi's kind of confusing me right now. So.
Next up, Future versus Tyler the Creator. Jerby?
Yeah, I got Future all the way.
Yeah, I got Future by 50. It's not even close.
Yeah, that's easy, Future.
Next up, Playboi Carti versus 21 Savage.
It's kind of a hard one. Playboi Carti's kind of satanic right now, so I'm gonna go with 21 Savage.
I'll go Carti.
Yeah, if you're a Cardi fan, you're ridiculous. It's 21.
Next up, Kendrick Lamar versus Ice Spice. Jerby?
I'm gonna go with Ice Spice once again. I am a munch again. And Kendrick Lamar doesn't drop songs like that, so I'm gonna go with Ice Spice.
I'll go with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of two different time periods for both of them, but overall, I will have to go Kendrick.
Next up, Young Thug or Gunna. Jerby?
I mean, you have two ops going up against each other, so I'm just gonna go with Young Thug. Free YSL.
Yeah, free Young Thug. Give me Young Thug.
I was gonna go free Gunna Wanna, but you know, it is what it is.
Next up, Chief Keef or Travis Scott.
I'm gonna go with Chief Keef. That's pretty easy for me.
I'm gonna go Travis Scott on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Travis Scott.
Kanye or J. Cole.
I'm gonna go Ye.
I'm gonna go Kanye on this one.
Nah, I don't mess with Kanye anymore. I am a J. Cole guy, so I'll go J. Cole.
Starting off round 2 of the bracket, we're looking at Drake versus Lil Baby. Jerby?
I'm gonna go with Lil Baby in this one.
I'm gonna go Drake.
This is really tough, but I'm gonna have to go Drake.
Future or 21 Savage?
I'm gonna have to go with Future on this one.
I'm gonna go Future.
I kind of like 21.
Next up, Kendrick or Thugger? Jerby?
We're going Thugger all the way. Free ISL.
Yeah, give me Young Thug. This is an easy one for me.
Yeah, Thug for the bag.
Next up, Travis Scott versus Kanye West.
I'm gonna go with Kanye West on this one.
Give me Yeah.
I don't like his morals, but I'll go with yeah.
Moving on to the semifinals, we're looking at Drake versus Future. Jerby?
It's kind of a hard one, but I'm gonna have to go with Future on this one.
I'm gonna go with Future.
I mean, I guess it don't matter, but I would have went with Drake.
Second round of the semifinals, we're looking at Thugger versus Kanye West. Jerby?
I'm gonna have to go with Thugger on this one.
Yeah, give me Young Thug, please.
Yeah, go Thug for the sweep.
Grand finals, final round of the first annual 2023 hip hop rapper bracket. We're looking at Future versus Young Thug. Jerby?
This is a real hard one. Both from ATO, both make great music, but I'm gonna have to go Future with this one.
Yeah, me personally, Young Thug's my favorite rapper, so I'm gonna go Young Thug.
Yo, this is tough. I'm gonna have to go Future for the win.
This concludes our first annual 2023 hip hop rapper bracket, joined by Jerby Collin, Cole Franey, and Liam Pearl, with our winner being Future. Future as our winner. Thanks for tuning in. Come back next year when we do it again, and sending it back to SHS this month.
Thank you for watching the 6th edition of SHS this month. See you next time.